Hello and welcome. Hello, everybody. Am I ready for this? We know about the Liverpool incident. When did you post that? 7 hours ago. We'll go into that and so much more. Wow. Um, yeah, crazy. It's lovely. It's beautiful. It's crazy. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Let's see. Yes, it is Tuesday, May 27th, 2025. My name's Mary June Tracy, the Guru Mama, coming to you with 411 of the shenanigans of As Above, So Below, bringing you the insights of what's going on. I've been doing a lot on, I just did a thing on Truth Bomb, Truth, Truth Telling or Truth Bomb Tuesday, Truth Telling Tuesday with Menopause and talking about the age 45. And what I found what's interesting about that age and around that age is that it's your Uranus opposition and what that all means. And I would love to go into more detail with this and talk to people more about this opposition within their chart and where they are. So those are people usually born around 1980 are heading into this 45-year spot. So I'd say from about 1977 to about 1980, thereabouts. And then you're going into the post. Then you're really starting into kind of like, I'm going to call it like the second half of the menopause and that coming in. But 45 is a crucial point um, that's happening within your life. And it's the thing is that, as I say, as above, so below. So what's going on up there has a lot to do with how things are unfolding in your own chart, in your own life, right? And it's just a guidance, and that's what it's there for. Like understanding that there's this guidance for you of and it's like this is why I know there's a God, because he's giving you guidance. There's a guidance that is always there for us. Yet, because of our beliefs, because of what's going on or whatever is happening, we dismiss it. And the planets are always telling us things. They're always helping to guide us and give us that insight of what's happening. And so that's why I think it's so great, at what I wrote today, and I wrote it in my, a little in my Substack and stuff and on my TikTok today. It is about that releasement. It is about this beautiful energy of releasing and stepping into that releasement within our own lives. And this is where is it? I've been every morning I do this. I work on I get notes and stuff like that, and I go through and I work through my notes. And I'm starting to get very where I use AI to help to create images and stuff like that, because it's so much it's faster, it's easier, and some of the images that they come up with is just like, holy shit. Um, Instead of me sitting in Canva and like doing it, Canva can take a little while. You still have to go through. Sometimes you can't edit everything and whatever. But this is where Today's energy is a new beginning. It's mental clarity, inspired action, speaking truth, emergence of the soul and the soul leadership. This is where tapping into your destiny. And I trust the new beginning even before I see the full path. This is one of the things I posted today. And my voice is the bridge to the life I'm creating. And yeah, that's what we're entering. We're entering into this new creation, this new creating this new life, this new world, stepping into a new foundation and making it. And I feel like today is very much the moon is still in Gemini. So I feel like we're still in this beautiful new moon um energy, and bringing this new moon energy uh into our realm, right? And the moon is also sextiling over to Mars, and then later it's going to sextile over to Venus. And this is fresh, fiery flirtation energy. It does feel like the new moon. It's emotional tones. It's a hungry for momentum, right? I mean, we got this fire energy. This air is sextiling over to them, and it's um energizing it, right? So this Gemini moon wants to gather information, talk it out, write, learn, teach. And this sextile are giving it in the juicy. It's very juicy. It's actually an act of instinct. So this is an impact on the world. So communications are heating up, but lean playful. I mean, it's funny because King's speech, opening parliament, and the whole opening of parliament today. We had the release of Tommy in the UK, which is huge. So there's these juiciness, and then we had this manned aircraft go over a certain area of Russia. Not a drone because they would have shot the drone down, but it was a airline. They knew that, oh, we're not going to shoot you down. So there's some little bit at play there that's going on too. Media, journalism, education sector are brimming with updates and bold opinions. This is a good day for diplomacy behind the scenes, but only if people will listen. So there's a lot of talk that is going to be happening or is happening that we're not going to be privy to or we're not going to know about. I mean, the news is going to get you into this fear mongering energy and like, oh no, look at this. Look what Trump's doing. Look at and I'm just like, okay. Okay. But there's something else going on behind. This is when we're looking into relationships, this is very flirtatious, quick witted banter, love notes, bold moves. Something sparks here, and conversations that lead to chemistry or clarity. So it might not be a settle down energy, but it's exciting and it's honest. It's bringing in that beautiful honesty with everything. And this is where, if you are wanting to get a reading, definitely go to thegurumama@gmail.com. If you are wanting to buy me a coffee, definitely you can do that also by e-transfer to thegurumama@gmail.com. And I always appreciate all what you guys do for me and my community that is out there. It is so helpful, and it really does help to keep keep the oil in the wheel and the things spinning. So if you're able to do any of that, thank you very much. Or join me this summer. This summer. Oh yeah, I know. The Sacred Summer series. I'm pretty proud of my June book and working on the July book, just adding those different elements and the juiciness of what this summer is going to be unfolding for us all. And this is like for you to be doing this at your own pace. This is very self-directed. Yes, I'm involved. Yes, there's meditations. There will be videos and stuff that I send, and then meeting either once or every 2 weeks. This is getting us to connect and not get lost in a lot of the muggle world. This is allowing for the muggle world, yes, to still be there, but we are interacting more in a spiritual way and more about leading with our heart than our ego and stepping into that charismatic energy. So let's continue on with the astrology. We have Mercury approaching the Gazini. Now, Gazini is when it conjuncts with the sun. It's powerful. Gazini is in the moment when Mercury is in the heart of the sun. It purifies, it blesses, it's reborn, it's insightful, it's clarity. You get the aha. This is where Mercury's going to be. And he's in Gemini, he's at home. And this is where he's going to take that information and bolt out. Mercury here is, it's fast and it's sharp. So we're coming into a day for announcements, revelations, breakthroughs, ideas, sparking movements. This is about contracts, deals, messages could be sent to you about what you should be doing, how you should be carrying things out for yourself. This is about truth emerges now, and those who've been gaslighted may feel vindicated. So, if you've been feeling like you've been gaslit, and it's funny, oh, it's the gaslighting thing. It's when you are in this industry, being in a holistic industry, and it's funny because you send a message out to people or you send something out to people, and then they're wanting something from you, or and you send it out, you send out the info, and then you don't hear anything, right? And you're like, well, did I send it wrong? What did I do? And your mind starts going crazy. So this is a day that, where you might be feeling, okay, you might be feeling vindicated from this. You might be feeling like, okay, the truth is going to be coming out, because that's the worst thing to do for anybody who works in the holistic industry. A psychic, an astrologer, a light worker, someone you've asked to do something for you, whether it's a witchy spell or whatever it is, right? And then you gaslight them and you don't respond. That's not a good thing, right? It's not. And it does cause, where things can go crazy with you. And you might have every excuse, but the thing is, what I find, even with my children, what I find is that I know you got the message. I know the message is there, right? Because I just responded to you as you responded to me, and then you're not responding back, right? And I've had other psychics say this too, like, I just responded to them. They just wrote to me. I know they're there because it looks like they've seen my message. And then what? You don't like the answer? You don't want the booking? You don't what? What is it? Right? And it is. I had one lady, I know I'm going on a tangent about this because it's a little pet peeve of mine. There was a lady who I had a sale and she wanted one of my readings. I said, okay, cool. All right. And I said specifically that the readings are not to be transferable. They're not transferable. I wanted the reason. I wanted the readings to be for that person specifically, like whoever buys it, that reading is for you, not to be transferred, right? And so she wanted to get two readings, whatever the sale was. She wanted two of them, and I said, "Okay, cool, all right." And then she goes, "Well, I want it for my son and I." And I said, "Well, I stated that they're not transferable. Like people put you in these predicaments, and you're just like, what the fuck?" I said, "Well, they're not. These one is not transferable, and it has to be used by this date, and the sale is off on whatever date it was." And she goes, "Oh, well, let me think about that." And I'm like, "Okay, but the sale ends. I'm not extending the sale, right?" And then I said, "Do you?" She goes, "Well, I have to talk to my son." I said, "But you're." Oh, and then I didn't hear anything from her. And then so I just sort of wrote out and I said, "The sale ends today. So if you want it, you want it, but it has to be for you. And you have to be booking in this timeline." And that's the whole thing, is like, with this energy coming in, and this is the reason why I'm bringing it up, with this energy coming in, it's you standing up and saying, "No, this is what you said. This is what I said. Here it is. This is," and sticking to it, and putting up those boundaries. And whether they want to abide by the boundaries or not abide by the boundaries, that's fine. That's on them, that's not on you, because 'cause you've already set your boundaries, and that's where a lot of this energy is coming in, and that is giving you strength, and that's giving you honor, and that's giving you where that righteousness, and people don't like it, like, because they're like, "Well," and this is an assumption with a lot of people within the holistic community, is that I want it for free. Well, no fucking way. It's like, even though you might think you go to the doctor, you're not going to the doctor for free. Your taxes and everything pay for that doctor. There's things that you have to, when you go get your hair done, you pay to go get your hair done. You pay, for whatever your makeup or whatever it is. This is where it's at. It's like people have to know that, yeah, no, I'm standing up. This is my livelihood, and this is many other people's livelihood, right? I get a lot of respect from other beautiful readers in that who book in with me, and they don't even bat an eye when I tell them my price. They're like, "Okay, yeah, no problem." And bang, it's sent. I don't have to, because they know. They know. They respect it. And I too respect that. So when they tell me what their price is, I respect it. I said, "Okay, cool. Here it is." That's the thing. It's coming into that respect. And that's where part of this energy is coming in. It's coming in with this truth. Now, energetically, it is sacred mental reset. You can rewrite your story now. You can rewrite things. So if you're wanting to change things, this is about this new road. How am I going to approach things? How am I able to come forward into my life? This is a speak it and it shall be. So be mindful what you name or claim. Okay, because with this Mercury coming in, especially in Gemini, he's home, coming up to this conjunction of the sun. It'll be exact tomorrow. This is where it's like, wow, okay, I am going to reset my sacred. I'm going to reset the sacred mental. Like this is very sacred. I'm going to bring in the sacredness into my life. And the thing is that if you're asking for the sacredness to be, let's say, peace, I want to bring peace into my life. I want to bring in the sacredness of having peace into my life. That means, because it's like you're stating this or you're stating something else, right? I'm going to say peace. Um, and bringing in that peace, that means I have to surrender. Well, how is that peace? That means I'm surrendering in the energetic energies of the divine will. I'm allowing for that divine will. That divine will is what is going to give you the peace. So when you are writing this out, you got to be mindful. It's not like, oh, here's peace, right? Okay, I'm going to make your life peaceful, right? So let's say you live a very chaotic life. You got, you have kids, you got a job, you got, your husband, you got all of these appointments, and I just need peace. It's not like all of that goes away. It doesn't just all of a sudden everybody's silent and it all goes away. That doesn't happen. It's when you surrender to it and yeah, I got chaos in my life. I'm surrendering to the chaos. I'm surrendering to what this chaos is bringing me. And that means that as you walk through that chaos, as you walk through all of this, and this is Gemini energy, so it's like, "Blah, blah, 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 but what about this? What about this? What about this?" And it's like, yes, I hear you. Yes, I understand you. You answer what is there. You don't try and ignore it, but I'm surrendering it all to the divine will. I'm bringing this forward to the divine will. I just found peace. Because I know within that divineness, I know within that grace, not only will there be peace, I'm going to find clarity. I'm going to find strength. I'm going to find courage. I'm going to find prosperity. I'm going to find love. Whew. So there's a lot there that comes in with this. So it's quite a powerhouse of energetic energy. And as Mars in Leo and it's trining over to the North Node in Aries, this is like, this is go after your destiny. Courage is your reward. Leadership is a demand. There's a fire in the belly that says, do the thing, even if you're scared. Do the thing. World stage. Strong individual leaders may rise or break through in opposition now, especially younger ones. So voices that defy the status quo. So a lot of really younger voices, I'm going to say more of, say, maybe even the Pluto Libras. It could be even with going into, could be some of the Pluto Aquarius is starting to stand up and say something. Pluto Scorpios, possibly. So coming up and saying, so this is that you may feel like a new direction is calling, even if it's um unformed, or if it has heart. This is where if it has heart, it has legs. This is where it could be something that coming to you that this is like really drawn to you, right? So the whole thing about me doing this menopause thing and doing um little TikTok things on it or writing things up, it just it just felt right. It I'm not asking anything from it. I don't it's just I want to put the information out. That's all I want to do, right? And if people find me, cool, but it's like wanting to put that frequency out there, wanting to put that energy out there. So to give people more power, more insightfulness. Like today about being 45, and I thought, oh yeah, 45, yes, that's the one because that is that Uranus opposition. That is so powerful. And oh, you're very welcome. That is so powerful. Like a lot of people don't understand, like, people going through their first Saturn return right now, that Piscean Saturn return, a lot of people are going through, they're coming to the end of it, or the ones who are going to be starting to go through it with that Saturn return in Aries. You got a Saturn baby. You were born with a Saturn baby in Aries. God help you. I know it kind of you went through a lot. Those are the ones that are going to be going through it coming up. And this is this transformation and changes that are coming in, right? And understanding this. So this is bringing in this freshness. Saturn freshly in Aries and Neptune following slowly, is there. um, Saturn in Aries demanded action, rooted. What did somebody send to me? Um, Anchor yourself in your cuntness. Because there's so many astrologers, Saturn in Aries, and everything like that. It's just like, and this is it's just yeah, anchor yourself in your cuntness, in your cuttiness. I thought that was hilarious. So this is anchoring yourself into this energy because this is about spiritual maturity, and there's no bypassing this. There's no like, oh yeah, oh that's just spirit telling me it is whatever. No, 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 this is like spirit's telling you something. Wake the fuck up and listen. Like, we are seeing the emergency of soul leadership, but also backlash of it. This is where you're gonna be seeing where people are not coming to bat. They are not showing up. They are not doing what they are supposed to be doing. So the veil is down, right? The veil is down. And this is where it's like, okay, demands action, maturity. This is the outer world, systems cracking, old structures shaking, authoritarian energy clashing with inspired rebellion. So all of this is like a 30-year transit. This is like a Saturn return for people. It's maturity. It's like, what have I been doing for the last 30 years? What's happening? Am I supposed to be here? Am I in the right place? Wake up call. I can't go backwards. I got to go forward. Right? So I got, I'm thinking 30 years ago, my God, I was in the midst of raising children. 30 years ago. Had four little rugrats running around. And stepping into that new energy, that energetic energy, right? And it's like, no, I can't go back. I can't go back to raising children. Honestly, I cannot go back to raising children. I don't want to. I love them. I love my kids. I think my kids are awesome, and I love having them around because they make me laugh. They give me a lot of joy when they're together. I mean, they're all air signs, so you can imagine what the energy is when the three of them get together. It's hilarious because it's a lot of energy. If you got air signs all together, holy fuck! And that's why it's good to have a variety of different energies, right? But if you get a lot of air signs together, holy shit. It's like bum, 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 and then and then they all look at me, Mom. Oh, So this is where we're head at, entering into, and that Venus in Aries is coming off, is the square to Pluto. And this one is to keep your eye on. There's, tensions, relationships, financials definitely coming in. This is looking into who holds the money, the truth, and the control. Along with that is a liberation theme, but some people won't go quietly. It's a great time to cut cords with toxic love or overspending or trying to please others, right? At your own expense. So this is like, okay, I'm done doing this. I am done, if if people are really relying on you and it's just draining you and draining you, it's just like, okay, it's time for, time to cut those cords. And sometimes that could be hard, but all of this energy, as I'm saying this, it's like you could see like there's this huge theme with all of this. There's a huge dynamic with all of this, right? And this is giving you that mental clarity. This is with the fire underneath, it's using it wisely, right? You don't want to get burned. I mean, too much. Trust me, a lot of fire. Even if you get a lot of fire in the room, could you imagine? Like you got the Leos and the Sagittarius and the Aquarius, and you got all of them. I mean, it's like they're bumping off all over the place, right? They're coming in with their passion. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, what about this? Right? It's just like, whoa. Just like my water will come in and dampen them. That's what it'll do. So feelings may be hard to track, but ideas and words are sharp. Journaling, definitely get out there, get your journaling, right? If you want to join me for June, get a hold of me for June. And start for the June sacred for your sacred summer series. And you could just do June if you want. It's $50. So join me for that. It's going to help you to come into that creative side, helping you to blossom. Yeah. As we're going through to the beautiful summer solstice. Scrunches. So get ready. Don't wait till you feel ready. This is the universe is moving. It's starting to get you going. The themes are sovereignty, voice, destiny, and truth. And it's funny that I didn't hear the king's speech. It's just like, but it was about sovereignty, about you discovering who you are as Canadians and bringing in new talents into Canada. I think we have talents in Canada. I think we just have to cultivate our talents within Canada, within our own realm. We have to start to cultivate that of what we have. And what you believe is possible, right? So looking at these new heights, looking at this mountain range of what it is that you want to climb and where you want to climb. There's going to be peaks and valleys through this all, right? And it's going, the vids on TikTok say he is moving to Germany. Who's moving to Germany? The king? I don't think so. Germany just activated their whole army. I highly doubt it. No, the king can't move to Germany. Why would he move to Germany? Oh god, TikTok's so fucked up sometimes. And he might go there to visit. But Germany, for the first time since World War II, has activated their army, which was in their constitution that they weren't going to ever do that again. They weren't going to sell arms. What are they doing? They're selling arms to other countries. They just went into, I think, Lithuania and set up camp, right? So no, the king can't. It's like the king can't just go and live anywhere. Uh, Charles III, unless he goes into exile, but that would be Charles II that was in exile. Charles I was killed because over Parliament. That's why there's the three knocks on the door with the black thing, boom, boom, boom. So that's the knocking of when Charles I. So that happened. That was the rebellion of England, which is very much kind of like where we're at now. But that was the rebellion, and where the king went in and stormed the parliament in England, and that caused the civil war in England. The king got killed, right? So they severed his they cut his head off. His children went into exile. It was the Earl of Sandwich, I think it was the third or fourth Earl of Sandwich, who was a royalist, went to go bring back King Charles II to place him back on the throne. And that's what happened, and that's why the that's why we still have a sovereign today, and the monarch today, I should say, is that. And now he is Charles III, and it's funny that Charles III is coming in to open up our parliament when his ancestor tried to dismantle the parliament, Charles I. It's a little history there for y'all. So for that to happen, no. It's just it's a no. So so it's yeah, just the craziness of the world. So for today's affirmation, I trust the new beginnings even before I see the full path. My voice is a bridge to life I'm creating. That's our affirmation today. I trust the new beginnings even before I see the full path. My voice is a bridge to life I'm creating. Beautiful. Beautiful. So step into this energy. Step into this energy. If you want me to look into your chart, I was playing with a few charts today, and it's interesting with the Uranus opposition and stuff. So there were a few charts that I pulled up, and I was looking at, and just like yeah, it's just I looked at their chart and I started to dive deep into it, and I'm just like, okay, now I see why things are happening in their life, or the deep roots and emotional foundations and stuff that are happening with different people in their charts and stuff. This is it's as above so below, baby, so yeah, there we go. uh I want everybody to have a blessed day, and may the Lord and Lady watch over each and every one of you. And definitely, if you want a reading, if you want to join the Sacred Summer series, definitely get a hold of me. I think it's going to be pretty fucking awesome. Even if you just want to do June and just see what it's like and what it's all about. Yeah, you get a booklet. Yeah, oh my God, you have to do readings. But hey, you have to read. You have to, might be, there's ceremonies and rituals and stuff like that. But I try and make them as easy as I can for you all. Blessed be everybody. And we will talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Bye bye.